Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
Breaking news that is happening right now on Detroit's east side, where police say a 12-year-old has been shot.
We want to get to Mara McDonald. She's live on Rochelle Street near the intersection of Hayes and Kelly with more. Mara.
Kimberly, the latest out of DPD is that 12-year-old who has been shot is now deceased. Let me take you through what police are dealing with out here. We're on Rochelle Street. You can see DPD has got the entire area blocked off here. Crime scene techs are on the scene right now. Here is what police are confirming for us they are dealing with at this juncture. That you had 3 young boys who were inside this home, and somehow they got their hands on a loaded firearm. They were playing with that gun. Somehow the gun discharges. It hits that 12-year-old who has now died of those injuries. What is not clear at this point is who had their hands on the gun when all of this went off. Police are interviewing the other 2 children who were inside the house right now. And Devin, Kimberly, right now unclear whether there was any adult supervision in the home. And clearly that firearm was not locked up. Yeah. We are live on Detroit's east side right now. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Just awful. All right, Mara.
It's a moment 455 long days in the making.
Effective today, there is no more mask or gathering order. Effective today, there are no more capacity limits, indoors or outdoors.
Governor Whitmer lifts all remaining coronavirus orders and fully reopens Michigan for the first time in 15 months. While the statewide mask and capacity orders have been lifted, we can't say it's entirely back to normal.
Yeah, private businesses are still allowed to require customers to wear masks. That includes everything from shops to big box retailers. Also, offices can still keep mask and distancing rules in place.
But the big headline here, no more capacity limits as of today. Let's bring in Priya Mann following the governor's announcement. Priya?
And Devin, Kim, Governor Whitmer saying the pandemic has been grueling for everyone. She made the announcement on Belle Isle. You may recall last summer there was a massive memorial on Belle Isle featuring the pictures of hundreds of Detroiters who had died from COVID. Well, today, a huge milestone. As hospitalizations and case numbers are at their lowest, officials say they're confident the state is ready to reopen.
This is a day that we have been waiting for.
15 months after the start of the pandemic, COVID restrictions are being lifted across the state.
This is an exciting announcement that we are now dropping the EPI orders. Effective today, there is no more mask or gathering order. Effective today, there are no more capacity limits, indoors or outdoors. Effective today, our Pure Michigan summer is back and we can realize it.
Officials also acknowledged Michigan's chief medical executive, Dr. Janae Caldoun.
I want to thank you for your example. The people of Michigan and I are so grateful for your leadership. It has been invaluable.
As COVID cases and hospitalizations plummet, the focus now on Michigan's economic recovery.
We need to get this budget done and we need to get these federal dollars deployed. Other states are moving faster, as Michigan's economy is more important than any one person's ego in the city of Lansing.
The governor wants to pay people who return to work an additional $300 a week through September and expand eligibility for child care subsidies. This working mom says child care costs are a barrier for many parents.
We really need the child care. That's like one of the main things before we can even get to the job, honestly.
When we talk about the Michigan economy, this isn't about Democrats, this isn't about Republicans. This is about making sure that Michigan comes out of this pandemic in the strongest possible shape. We have to work together to make that so.
Now, Governor Whitmer's reopening plan was pushed up a week, even though we haven't hit that coveted 70%. Right now, about 61% of Michiganders are fully vaccinated, but in Detroit, it's only about 40%. So there is still quite a push to get people vaccinated, with growing concerns about that Delta variant. Coming up at 6 o'clock, we're talking to small business owners and restaurants as they prepare for a new normal. Reporting live tonight in downtown Detroit, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
Okay, Priya, so what does all of this mean? Let's get a little perspective from our Dr. Frank McGeorge.
Yeah, first things first, does this mean the pandemic is over, Doc?
Well, not at all. And that's really the big picture point. As much as we're seeing an improvement in the Michigan COVID situation, we are a global community, and there are still opportunities for a resurgence, most likely through a new variant that could evade any protection that we've developed. Remember, things are better, but we still need to be sensible.
And masks no longer required in most places, but that shouldn't mean that we should toss them aside. So who would you recommend still needs to be wearing a mask, and maybe where should they be wearing it?
Yeah, first I want to say that because masking is now mainly a personal choice, everyone really needs to be respectful of everyone's individual choice. Now, ideally, continued mask use is still useful for anyone who is immune compromised, since the response to the vaccines there appears to be blunted. Also, anyone who just wants an extra safety margin or is not vaccinated or recently immune from an infection, they should wear a mask, especially in crowded indoor spaces. Now, personally, I still plan to wear a mask when I'm indoors around a lot of people where there may be more unvaccinated individuals.
Yeah. Okay, Dr. McGeorge, we appreciate it. And many are excited about Michigan rescinding most of its remaining COVID-19 health and safety orders.
Now, some restaurants are especially delighted because there are no longer capacity limits, which means more customers are allowed inside. That's very much the case at Bumper's Landing in Harrison Township.
Now that we can open up more, we have more customers to take care of. Our staff will be happy.
But, and this is important to note, different businesses are going to have different rules, so you'll want to check before you go, because this is Michigan workplace regulators are letting most employers use their best judgment on pandemic protocols. So it's up to each establishment to decide the rules at this point.
And as Dr. McGeorge said, the pandemic is still not over, but numbers are trending in the right direction. 91 new cases of COVID-19 have been confirmed in the past 24 hours. That's the lowest single-day total in more than a year. 15 new deaths are also being reported over that same time period.
And we finally see a small jump in the state vaccine rate. 61.2% now of Michigan adults have received at least one vaccine dose.
Vice President Kamala Harris will travel to Detroit on Monday as part of her national tour to urge more people to get vaccinated against COVID-19. This will be her first trip to Michigan since Election Day. The trip comes as White House officials say it's likely to miss its goal of vaccinating at least 70% of U.S. adults by the 4th of July.
Messaging got a little mixed up after the first full summer. Last full week in June. This cooler weather is not going to last that long.
Let's get over to Ben and see what Mother Nature is dealing us. I know, weird right now, dealing us out here, Ben.
Yeah, this is the coldest that we'll have to contend with. The temperatures do start rising starting tomorrow, even tonight. Not going to be quite as chilly as what we woke up to this morning. But there's a couple sprinkles to go with that chillier air out there. It's not impressive, and in fact, a lot of this is starting to fall apart, but do expect to see at least a few light sprinkles here for about the next hour plus. Where it has rained, you can see the temperatures are in the 50s. Didn't even get to 70 degrees today. 60s holding on here south of 8 Mile, where the rain has not affected things just yet. And that's 10 to 15 degrees cooler than even what we were dealing with yesterday at this time when that front had already come through. Evening temperatures will fall to the 50s for a lot of us here by midnight, even the places that have not seen the rain. And we'll talk about the changes for the weekend in just a few minutes, guys.
All right, Ben. New at 5, 2 men have been charged now with murder in the shooting death of a 2-year-old along I-75.
Darius Lanier and Eugene Hubbard both face several charges, including first-degree murder in the death of Bryson Christian. We want to bring in Sean Lay live tonight. Sean, as those men are charged, DPD and state police are teaming up and cracking down.
Absolutely. As you say, DPD, MSP, police officers across our region, they do not want you to forget the name Bryson Christian. They are teaming up to go after people who've been shooting on our roadways and freeways. This is called Operation Bryson.
The way that you guys just acted and put this case together fast to help us find peace with the situation, couldn't thank you guys enough.
Incredible strength on display by Brian Christian. His adorable son Bryson was shot and killed in his car seat when a gunman pulled up and sprayed the Christian's family vehicle on I-75 and McNichols with gunfire. Bryson and his family were completely innocent victims coming home from basketball practice.
We have a number of evil predators in our community that are focusing on our children, that are indiscriminately firing weapons. And enough is enough. And we, as a police community, are fed up. The community should be fed up.
Late today, prosecutor Kim Worthy charging 19-year-old Darius Lanier and 21-year-old Eugene Hubbard with the shooting of Little Bryson. Today, DPD and MSP announcing Operation Bryson, flooding highways with police across Metro Detroit to target the rising rate of highway shootings.
Gun violence must stop today.
We're not playing around. Enough is enough. And if you want to go to jail, we will provide you with that opportunity.
Late today, those two suspects appearing in court. They're being held tonight without bond. It was a glimpse of a vehicle from a green light camera that helped MSP and DPD crack this case. Again, both held without bond. It's important to point out, however, one of the defendants, Eugene Hubbard, court records show he was out on bond for shooting from a vehicle, Kimberly. That was back in February of this year. Back to you.
Incredible. Sean, before you go, Chief White shared an eye-opening number while announcing Operation Bryson this afternoon. Talk a little bit about that.
You heard law enforcement today with Chief White saying gun violence has to stop. He says this is just his fourth week on the job. We've been following him, and he says 750 guns have been taken off Detroit streets in just his first month on the job.
Incredible. Incredible. Okay. Sean, we appreciate it.
All right, we've got more to come on this Tuesday. Let's check in with Hank Winchester. Hank.
Junk everywhere. The Help Me Hank team tracking trash, working to get problem areas like this one all over Metro Detroit cleaned up once and for all. We're live tonight.
All right, Hank also warns police commissioner promised swift action, and he took it. Brand new developments tonight after an officer made a string of racist posts on Facebook. Victor.
New details in the death of the man killed in Brighton, allegedly at the hands of his own son. What his co-workers have to say about this unbelievable tragedy. Coming right up.